the machine is turned on, this LCD screen comes up and it's got a few settings that come up with it, and I'll let you know what each of them are. And these buttons below are the ones that you can press to change any of the settings that come up the LCD screen. So this right here, this little box sign, it's for the stitch category, so it depends with which one you'll have chosen. So this is a preset utility stitch. Whenever you choose this one, you'll be able to use functions on here from number 0 to 9. Okay, and when you choose this one, it's a utility stitch button as well, but then all the stitches you'll be choosing will be on this first section of the machine. So these 3 sections are for decorative stitches, of which you've got 1, 2, and 3 decorative stitches. Okay, and then we've got 1 number stitches. When you choose this button here, it goes with this section, which consists of all these utility stitches, and we've got some buttonholes right here as well. It's got about 10 buttonholes, which you can do in just one step, which is very convenient. So if you choose this setting here, it represents all the decorative stitches. So these are the decorative stitches you'll be able to choose, which is group 1, 2, and 3. This is a back key which you press to move back to the previous screen. So on the LCD screen, this one shows you what stitches you are using. Okay, and then with each stitch you choose, it will tell you which foot to use, which presser foot to use. So the presser feet for this machine are numbered. They've got letters on them, so the machine will tell you which one is the appropriate one to use for the selected stitch. Okay, so this one here is the preview of the stitch you'll have chosen. Okay, so here with these numbers here from the left, we've got the stitch width. You can change the width of the stitch. To increase it, you just press on the plus. To decrease it, you press on the minus right here. And this is the stitch length. You do the same again, increase or decrease. That's the thread tension. You can also increase and decrease it there. And the other good thing with this machine is that it comes with preset values for all this, but you can change this. When you change it, you can save your own changes here if you prefer to use them all the time. Okay, this will show you the kind of needle you're using. It will also show when you're using a single needle or twin needle, and it will also show the position of the needle. Okay, this signifies single or repeat sewing, this 1.5 heart. So we're moving on to the gray buttons right on the side here. So this is the settings key. You press this to see other settings that are not here. For example, it's got 8 pages of different settings in there. You can see here it gives you the settings for the needle position. You can either choose to keep the needle down or up whenever you finish sewing, so you can set it up here. You can set your twin needle here as well when you're using it to turn it to on. You can move from page to page by just continuing to press on the same button like that. Okay, and the other way you can move through the pages as well is by pressing these buttons here, and you can go forward with this one here, back and forward. Okay, this one here is the mirror image key. It mainly works with the decorative stitches. So let's say you chose a pattern which is going to the right like that. You press this and it changes to the left. Okay, it just mirrors it to the opposite side. This is the single or repeat sewing key. Press it to choose a single pattern or a continuous pattern. Okay, so this is the back to the beginning key. which is used when you're using decorative stitches as well. So if you want to go back to the beginning of the pattern, you just press it. Whenever you are in your sewing, you want to go back to the beginning of the pattern, you just press this. This is the presser foot or needle exchange key. Press this key before changing the needle, the presser foot, and so forth. This key locks all key and button functions to prevent operation of the machine. So it keeps you safe, in other words. This little pocket here is the memory key. So if you change any settings on your machine, for example, the stitch width, stitch length, or the thread tension, if you want to keep it for next time when you are sewing so that you don't spend time resetting the same thing again, you just press this to save your stitch, and you just say okay and you save it. Okay, this right here, you use it when you want to reset your key to the original settings. So let's say you've changed your settings right here for the width, length, and thread tension, and you want to go back to the normal ones. You just press this and it will reset it all for you. Okay, you can also press this key to save all your adjusted settings for the machine. Okay, thank you.